Hello everybody, happy Friday. It is Friday again. It is the last Friday in April, right? Boy, I'm losing track of time. Yeah, it's the last Friday before the end of April. We've got one more Friday before the release of the new catalog. Lots of things happening. I hope you guys are doing good. My iPad is powering up, so I can't see you guys. It's gonna take it was unplugged from the wall, of course. Charging, but unplugged. You know, you have to plug these things in for them to work. All right, today we're doing She's the Greatest. Have you guys seen this cute stamp set? It has 34 stamps in it, which is a lot. You can kind of customize them, and it's a good one for Mother's Day, but it's a good one for more than Mother's Day. We're gonna do some other things besides Mother's Day today. It has things like cat mom, dog mom, bonus mom. You could do, there says parent, human. I made a card yesterday that says, you're the best human. You know, so it was like lots of funny things. There's a cute little dog and a cute little cat that we're gonna play with too. But then so we're only using this one today, but I wanted to show you the other one that goes, I think, really well with it. It's called He's the Greatest. And so it's similar, except it's for all the guys. It has dad, uncle, papa, Father's Day. So this is the one we're using, but if you get this one, I feel like you probably should get this one too. It has a lot less stamps, but you can use it along with this one because this one has For the Coolest, You're the Best, and then you can plug in the dads. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do today. You know what? Did I print off my Facebook Friday papers? I did. Okay, I'm gonna get them in a second. Let me flip you guys around. You guys had a nice week. Hopefully you have. It's been a busy one here. Whoa. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, let's see. All right, are we centered? Can you see my shoes? Hopefully not. Can you see my shirt? I don't want those things to be shown. Just to the desk. All right, let me grab my paper. Over at pinkbuckaroo.com, you should be able to find this paper. I'm 2% charged. Is my iPad gonna work at 2%? I have it plugged in. Let's see. Okay, it looks like all right, there we are. Okay, oh, but we're off center. You can see the edge of my table with the tape. No, I zoomed it in. Okay, it's better, but it's not straight. You guys just hold, please. I'm not a professional. I am a non-professional videographer. All right, now if I'm down here, is it gonna be, I feel like we need to just do it like that, just a little bit, and come down a little bit closer. Okay, I feel like we're good. I think we're okay. All right, now, can I see your comments? That's very important. Let me turn you. No, come on, iPad. Do what you're supposed to do. Why? Oh, okay, I think we finally got it. And I can see comments, maybe. No, maybe not. Yes, okay. I picked the right stamp set. Oh, you're the greatest. Thank you, Vicki, that's very sweet. It's a really good one. Now, what we're gonna do is use some other stamps with it, because obviously it's really just a sentiment stamp set. We're gonna pull in some other really popular stamp sets that I haven't even used yet. I thought it was a good opportunity to kind of play with some other things. So that's what we're gonna do. But before we get started, let me get some other things. I feel like there's a dark area on my desk, and I don't know why, because there's plenty of light. Let me just mess around with it a little bit. Okay. Anyhow, let's talk about some things. Paper shares are open for signups. This paper share is for all the new paper in the annual catalog that comes out May 6th. Have you guys received your catalog? If you ordered a catalog through me, they are being delivered. I know I always send myself one as a customer just to kind of see when they're coming, and I got mine yesterday. Somebody else got theirs the day before. So if you haven't gotten it, it should be coming. But if you look in the designer series paper in that catalog, you'll recognize a lot of paper. About half of the paper is from previous catalogs that they're carrying over again. So the paper that's included in the paper shares are just the new papers, because all of those papers that are carried over, I've already included in previous paper shares. So I didn't want to, duplicate. Some of you get my paper shares every time, and that means you would be getting the same paper over again. So this is all the new paper from the annual catalog and online exclusives. Now, you may not have seen what's coming out in the online exclusives yet. There's a whole bunch of products being released the same day as the catalog that will just be online exclusives. So there's new paper there and new paper in the catalog, and that's all included in the paper share. You can get a paper share is like getting a sample of all the new paper. You may say, I can't buy 8 new packs of paper, but I would like a little bit of all of it. So that's what a paper share is. You get either, you can choose, you can get 6 by 6 pieces, you can get 6 by 12 pieces, so that's half a sheet. Or for those of you that are serious and maybe scrapbookers, you can get 12 by 12 pieces. Now, some of the packs only come in 6 by 6. There's 2 packs that are just 6 by 6. So no matter what size you get, obviously those pieces will be 6 by 6. But 3 different prices. They all come, they all come in these little storage. Why did that just decide not to stick anymore? These really great storage envelopes. You know, I've been finding all different uses for these awesome plastic envelopes that I get. And this is a really good way to store the paper so that you know, doesn't get messed up. Details are on my blog at the bottom of today's blog post or on today's PDF. pinkbuckaroo.com is the address. And the link is there for you to register. So you can just click the link. You don't have to email me for this link. You can just click it. All right. Let's see what else. The All-Star tutorial. I just recorded the next one for May. It's a whole new suite called Beautiful Gallery. I think you guys will really like it. It's very out of my wheelhouse, I'll tell you. It's very sophisticated and kind of antique and gorgeous. And so that'll be June. But this month, no, that'll be May. This month, April, is a beautiful bokeh suite, 12 different video tutorials designed by 12 different demonstrators. Mine is a treat box. And they all feature the same products. You can get this PDF by shopping with me this month, spending $50 or more at stampinup.com with me, or you can buy it in my PDF store for $15. And it's a PDF. You can see it's a big PDF that has measurements and supply lists, and on each project page there's a link to the video. So if you're interested in that, check out the details on that. We had a blog hop earlier in the month. You can find that on my blog if you're looking for even more ideas for that beautiful bokeh. All right, how about In Color Club? Boy, I've had a lot of you emailing me, a lot of you signing up for the In Color Club. My In Color Club is more, it's for those of you that like to collect the in colors. These are our new in colors: Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, and Cloud Cover. My In Color Club runs 5 months. Each month you get a kit that is similar to this. I kind of pieced one together from last year. It won't be exactly like this, but this is kind of a sample. You get a marker, an ink pad, a bolt of ribbon, blends, ink refill, card bases. You're gonna get 2-tone cardstock, the DSP, envelopes, and an embellishment. Plus, you're gonna get the In Color Color Coach, and you're gonna get 2 card sketches each month. Plus, supplies to make 4 cards, 2 of 2 different designs, and a video that shows you how to make them. So not only are you getting a bunch of new product, but I'm giving you supplies to make 4 cards with your color. Now, we have a little bit of a hiccup this year. Cloud Cover ink pad was pulled off the shelf before demonstrators even got to order it, because it had, there's a lot of chemistry that goes into ink, apparently. And the chemistry, something was wrong. The colors were separating. It wasn't meeting their quality standards. So they pulled it. Nobody has it yet. I don't know what's going to happen. They're working on it. As soon as I know, I will let you guys know. But just know that that is an issue with the Cloud Cover. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold off on Cloud Cover and not send anybody their Cloud Cover kit until that's resolved. And if for some reason that ink pad never comes out, which could happen, we had an ink pad that happened to one time. It was called Purple Posy, and the same thing, they just couldn't get color. to behave the way it was supposed to. But if that were to happen during In Color Club, I would replace that ink pad with something else just as fun. It wouldn't be an ink pad, but it would be something else. We'll make it work, don't worry. I was able to watercolor. The Stamp and Write markers are available. So what you can do is take your Stamp and Write marker and color it onto a clear block or even your silicone sheet, and then use it like watercolor. So there are ways to use the ink even if you don't have the ink pad. So anyway, you can sign up for this. It starts in May. It'll be May, June, July, August, September. Each month you also get the All-Star tutorial PDF for free. I don't know if I even included that in the write-up, but you will get that too. The deadline to sign up for this is May 5th. All right, so that would be week after next. Okay, so that is In Color Club. I know some of you sign up for In Color Club every year. It's a fun one. I love color, and it's a good way to collect those in colors slowly over time. Club Create for May is also all new product. It's going to be the Sweet Blooms bundle and the Pretty Florals bundle. There's 2 bundles this month. I usually try to limit it to 1, but these really, they go together and it's hard to only use one of them. It's the Sweet Blooms Suite, and they're all fun folds this month. Or is it this month? No, May. Why can't I keep my months straight, you guys? Anyway, 5 fun folds. It'll be a video and a PDF. It'll be about $25 in product that you're going to get. You're going to get paper, you're going to get ribbon, you're going to get dots. What else? It includes shipping. You can add on the bundles at my cost. If you stay for 6 months, you get a $25 product credit. Okay? I'm trying to think. I think that's it. You can sign up for this. There is a tab at the top of my blog that says Club Create. If you would like to join, just click that tab, and it has a subscription link there for you. The PDF/video is also available in my PDF store. All right, Facebook is doing something really weird, and I can't see your comments. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not missing anything. Okay, I have one more thing. Oh, no. I was going to show you. This is what your Club Create kits look like. I throw in some freebies sometimes, some extra goodies. You get a tag each month that goes along with the projects that we're making. And, of course, they come in these great envelopes. The plastic envelopes to store them in. So in case you're like, I'm not ready to do this, I'm just going to tuck this away in a cabinet, you'll know exactly what it is. And it will be stored nicely for you. Okay, I think that's all the announcements. Wow, I did that pretty fast this week. Free shipping. Hello, I forgot to even say that. You guys, today's the last day of free shipping. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so you have till the end of today to get free shipping on all orders over $75. Okay, this week, I am also throwing in an ephemera kit. We're going to use it on the last project. Let me pull it out and show you. We're going to use that. So you'll get this free ephemera kit if you order with me through Sunday. And the minimum for Facebook Friday is always 50. So if you spend 50, you're going to get the 3 projects today plus a free ephemera kit. But if you want to take advantage of that free shipping, you need to do that today. Okay, that ends at midnight. So don't forget. Okay, how about prizes? Deepa Mishra, I hope I said that right, Deepa, is the winner for last week's Facebook Friday. You're getting this month's Club Create kit. There's a whole pack of paper, 3 bolts of twine, and a pack of dots plus 5 projects. I do have your mailing address unless it has changed. Email me. Otherwise, if I don't hear from you, I'll send it to you on Monday or Tuesday. Okay, thanks so much for sharing my video, Deepa. I really appreciate that. When you guys share our videos, it helps us find new customers, which is always important. Okay, why isn't my iPad? Now it's dead, you guys. And I really can't see your comments. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't know. Okay, let me give it a minute. You know what, maybe I need to plug it in to a less busy plug. Hold, please. I'm gonna walk across the room for just a second and plug it in over here and we'll see. Maybe I need to not have Facebook and let it charge. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna be able to see what you guys are saying. So don't say anything important, okay? Let me give it like 10 minutes and then and then I'll read your comments. Okay, Facebook Friday. Prize this week is the all zipped up bundle. This is what we did last week, you guys. And this is what Facebook Friday kits look like. When you put in an order that's $50 or more, I'm going to send you a free kit with today's projects. And it comes like this. I send you all the things you need except for, there's no stamped images. And like we used a bundle last week, so you needed the bundle. But anyway, the prize for this week is the bundle that we used last week, all zipped up. It's a brand new set. And I'm going to throw in the make and takes too. So if you'd like to win the all zipped up bundle and the make and takes from last week, all you have to do is share the video. Just make sure you put in the comments that you shared, because if you know, I can look and see who shared, but it only shows me like some people. It doesn't show me everybody. Okay. Suddenly it's really hot in here. Every week that happens to me. I'm like cold until I start doing this, and then I'm like really hot. Oh, you guys, I hope you've had a good week. It's gonna be a good weekend. I can feel it. I got out of basketball. I don't have to go to Dallas for basketball this weekend. I'm very excited. I can just feel it's gonna be a good weekend. It's been a busy week, and I need a nothing weekend. Do you ever feel like that? You need a nothing weekend? All right, are you guys ready to stamp? She's the greatest. You can change these to he's the greatest, although they're pretty girly projects. I'm not sure. Maybe if you change some colors, left some bows off maybe. I don't know. But we're going to do, since Mother's Day is up first, we're going to do Mother's Day themed projects, okay? All right. First up is Gorgeous Grape. I've said this many times. I am not a purple girl. But boy, do I love Gorgeous Grape. And anytime that I can use Gorgeous Grape, I do. All right, let me get all my goodies out. We're going to use a couple of different stamp sets for this. Like I said, this is mostly a sentiment stamp, so it's good to go with other things. Okay, we're going to use, see the gold splatter? I really wanted to do some gold splatter, and I tried some things with my Versamark, and it did not look good. So I thought, you know what? Do we have a splatter stamp? Yes, we do. Elements of text. Okay, so we're going to use a splatter stamp there. Delightful Wishes is a bundle that is very popular in the spring catalog, and I have not even touched it. So we're going to use that today. And then this little label right here is from the Mixed Label Dies. Okay, this is actually 2 sets, but we're going to use that one right there. Oh, and also the mini corrugated embossing folder, because I love it. It's my favorite right now. All right, let's get all of our embossing stuff. We're going to use gold embossing powder this time. And I can see that there is white embossing powder in my embossing tray. Let me wipe all that out because we don't want it to get mixed up. You guys, we're having a puppy problem. Tucker, I told you guys last week, he likes the carpet and the rugs, and now he's become literally obsessed with destroying my carpet. The spray doesn't work. He doesn't care. I can't breathe. I got the spray. I sprayed it. I choked myself out. Couldn't even breathe. He didn't care. He still goes right to it. If you guys have any puppy carpet tips, let me know, because he's destroying my carpet in several places and I don't know what to do. I mean, he's like, we've like blocked him in. He can't go anywhere now, and I even walked him 3 miles, and within an hour he was already pulling up the carpet. Okay, let's get to work. I thought I would crowdsource, see if you guys have any suggestions for me. You know, maybe I should take him to doggy daycare, although that's expensive and I shouldn't have to do that. I don't know. All right, so we're going to do our splatter with Versamark. And I'm going to use, there's 2 different splatter stamps here. Like that. And we're just going to kind of do it in that corner, maybe a little bit more down. Like this. All right, and then we're going to get our gold. This is the tray from the Embossing Editions kit. And it's awesome. It comes with a tray. I think we're embossing 2 out of the 3, maybe all 3 projects today. It comes with the tray. It comes with the reverse tweezers. It comes with a paintbrush that you can, brush off all the extra stuff. It's a really good thing to have if you like to heat emboss. All right, now I want you to watch. For some reason, and it may be because I have a really old heat tool that gets hotter than it should, but my gorgeous, great cardstock starts to change colors. Can you guys see it? Before the embossing even starts to activate my cardstock, this color, gorgeous grape, I haven't noticed it on any other colors, but it's changing colors. And when I first saw it, I was like, well, that's not good. Then I was like, well, I kind of like it. So I left it, and then I realized it goes back to normal. So I don't know. I don't know if it's my heat tool or if it's just the cardstock does that. Because see, it's already going back to normal. All right, so we've heat embossed it, and we're going to dry emboss it also. But before we bring over the cut and emboss machine, let's do our stamping. We're going to do Petunia Pop, and we're going to stamp Petunia Pop. We actually need some grid paper. And you know what? Is this, for some reason, suddenly this didn't look like Petunia Pop. It's not. This is Fresh Freesia. Okay, all right. Fresh Freesia. We're going to do the background in Petunia Pop. But see how I stamped off once so it's nice and light? Then you're going to get that overlay stamp. And let's see if we can line it up pretty good. I don't know, maybe I should have done the top first. Let's see. We may have to do it again. Hey, actually that looks pretty darn good, doesn't it? All right, so there's that. Now I've already cut out the branch. And because for once I was actually thinking ahead, I put an adhesive sheet on the back. That's pecan pie. Let's grab our cut and emboss machine. And this die is just a single die, but it's going to cut out multiple flowers. So you don't have to line them all up. You just line up the one. Okay, so we'll run that through. Pop all those out. And let's get them out of there. And then to do our mini corrugated embossing folder, you got to take off all your plates, just plate 1. And then we're going to put this on here. And this embossing folder probably doesn't really matter, but the logo, that's the front. Like if you want that part to be popped out, right? I'm always like, is it embossed or debossed? Yes, you want the logo facing up, and you want your paper facing up. This embossing folder doesn't matter because it's just stripes, but just for some of them you do want it. All right, now one thing I did notice too is that the corrugated embossing folder changes the size of your paper. The paper, you would think it shrinks, but it actually, I don't know, it stretches it out, which is strange. So we may have to trim that down because I noticed on my second one, see how it made it longer? It was the right width, but it made it too long. So we may have to change that. Let's actually do that right now. Let me get my trimmer. Actually, I need my regular trimmer, this right here, and let's see if it is. Yeah, see, it stretched it out to 5.5. We want it 5 1/4. Unless I cut it wrong. I mean, that is a possibility. We know Erica doesn't do everything perfect most of the time. So it could be that I just cut it wrong. I don't know. I know that every time I've used it, it does something to the paper. It stretches it or does something kind of weird to it, misshapes it. All right, peel off your backing of your branch and put it right there in that gold splatter. And then we're going to turn all these guys over. And regular dimensionals will work for all but one of them. Then we're going to need a mini. All right. And then you can just, I mean, put them wherever. You know, if you're like, I want to put them in the right place. Look in the catalog at the samples. You know, our catalog is an idea book also. It's not just a catalog. This one feels like it might need a mini. What do you guys think? Yeah, that one's going to need a mini too. That's what I always do when I use a stamp set for the first time. I go and look at the samples, because sometimes there's a die that I don't know what it is, or there's a stamp that I don't know what it's for. And if you look at the samples, they do a really good job laying it all out there so you can kind of see exactly like, oh, okay, that's what that's for. All right, we're gonna use Gorgeous Grape and Pecan Pie. My pecan pie is missing. Let's see, what did I do with it? Is it right here? Yep, it's right here. All right, now, again, let's look at this stamp set. Piece together whatever you want your words to say, okay? Mine's gonna say, love you, Mom. But I mean, yours could say anything. Mom, mother-in-law, mama, Nana, stepmom, you're the best, whatever. So many options. There's so many options. I really struggled narrowing it down what I wanted to use. So, you know, it's a really, this is one of those stamp sets that you'll just have for a really long time using, you know, for so many different things. All right, so now we're going to put this on. Do I want to use dimensionals? Yeah, I think I will. On a Gorgeous Grape card base. You guys, I can't see. If you're saying anything to me, I can't see it. I'm going to go over there and get my iPad. Hopefully it'll turn on. I had to give it a minute because it's being persnickety. I don't know. Being temperamental. All right, let's get Petunia Pop this time. And I'm going to do Happy and Day. And I already put them on the same block together. So here you could fill this in like Happy Stepmom Day, Happy Mother's Day is what I'm doing. Happy Father's Day from the other stamp set. You know, like whatever you want to do. Happy Mother's Day. Gorgeous Grape. Gorgeous Grape is one of those really dark colors that if you accidentally stick your finger in the ink pad, just stop and go wash your hands because it's really dark. Blackberry Bliss, Real Red. Whoa. Why does it do that sometimes, you guys? What other colors? Night of Navy. Those colors are like that. They're very dark and they will get on everything if you stick your finger accidentally in there. All right, so a little layer of Petunia Pop, basic white, sentiment. How about some gold embellishments? Just a couple little splatters of gold, and there we go. Now, if you are not a purple girl, purple guy, change the colors, you know, just change it up. Use yellows, use pinks, blues, whatever you want. You can change the colors. You know, this stamp set, Delightful Wishes, in the catalog is all yellows. So, you know, I was trying to do something a little different because I've told you guys before, I have a really hard time like straying from the sample. I'm trying to look at my iPad. Well, now we're at 3%. I don't know, that's not much better. If I see a sample and it's all yellow, then I can't, it's very hard for me to think outside of the yellow. Okay, hold on, let me plug this in. Oh, now it went down to 2%, dang it. Okay, let me just take a peek, make sure you guys, are we still alive? I don't know. I'm flying blind. I can't see. It's very weird. Okay, low power mode. Yes, go to low power mode if you must. You guys, okay. All right, it looks like we're still here. You guys have said 91 things, but I can't. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to let it charge. 91 things that I can't respond to. I'm not being rude, I promise. I don't even know how to turn this off. Okay, turn off. Okay. You know, I could turn my desktop computer, but I don't think I could see your comments from here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, moving on. Now we're going to do some watercoloring. You guys know how much I love watercoloring. We're going to do some watercoloring, okay? This is another really popular stamp set, popular suite really, that I'm seeing a lot of people use, and I haven't even used it one bit. So I'm excited that we're getting ready to use it. This card, this is the Mixed Florals Suite. Paper coordinates with the stamp set. The dies that I showed you in the last project, those are the mixed label dies that go with this suite as well. There's a die set that goes with these that cuts the flowers out, but we're not going to use those. This is kind of a shaped card. I'm using Everyday Arches. I put You're the Best, and then I put World's Greatest Plant Mom on the inside. I thought that was funny. And I used a different mom here. I'm going to change it out because I like that mom better. Oh, I do have it. Okay. I am going to be out of town a bunch in May, so I'm going to have somebody come water my plants. So I thought that would be a funny card to give them afterwards. You're the best, world's greatest plant mom. Anyway, again, change the sentiment if you think that's stupid or dumb or whatever. I think it's funny. Okay, I've got Everyday Arch here. Second largest, third largest. Watercolor paper. And we're going to emboss it with Versamark. Now, Versamark is going to be clear, so you're not going to see it. Let me see where I want the flowers off the edge. Okay, so off the edge like this. 2 reasons. One is just giving us kind of an offset feel. And 2, we don't have to color so much. You know, and it simplifies the image a little bit because this is kind of a lot to color. All right, so clear Versamark. And then you can't see it, which can be kind of frustrating, but don't give up. You'll see it in a sec. White embossing powder. There we go. I wonder if you guys can see it. All right, now I can't see if, okay, I'm gonna leave it. Now we're gonna get our heat tool, heat it up, and this is gonna take a second or a minute because it's a big image, and it'll turn bright white, and you'll know, but you just got to make sure you get the whole image, because if you start watercoloring and it's not heat set, it's going to be a mess. You're going to have to start over. You got to make sure you get all of it. Now, when we watercolor, we're just going to do like a watercolor resist. We're not going to be real perfect about it. We're going to do what they call it loose and fast. We're just going to kind of throw it down and just make it all kind of artistic. All right, let's take a look. I like to take it and kind of turn it a little bit. It looks like I didn't stamp that edge, but we can make that work. We can make that work. Okay, I've got embossing powder right there. I'm gonna get my embossing buddy. I'm gonna take that and just do like that. Okay, now we need a little bit of grid paper, and The colors that I am using come straight from the designer series paper. All right, and I've got them right here. Poppy Parade, Blueberry Bushel, Garden Green. Now, because I didn't want to waste, I didn't even clean off my blocks. The way that you do this is you take your block and you go like that on your ink pad, and then you have a little palette, like an artist palette, okay? And then you get some water, and you probably need a paper towel and your water painters. Let's start with our flowers. Now, if you can't tell the image because it's white on white, have the stamp set right there in front of you so you can see exactly what you're doing. All right, and I'm not really gonna worry too much about staying perfectly in the lines. Emboss Resist, it's called Emboss Resist because the embossed lines resist the color, and they're just gonna pop out right through your watercoloring, okay? Now, if you happen to get too much water on there, take your paper towel and pick it up, and then just, you know, go over it. Okay, so there's our two red Poppy Parade. Then we're gonna use Blueberry Bushel. And again, just, you know, doesn't need this. I'm not trying to be perfect with this. We're gonna fill in the rest of it here in a minute with green. Okay, there, I put way too much right there, so I'm gonna pick that up. All right. Now, I'm gonna take my heat tool and just dry it a little bit, because when I put that green in, it might bleed all in there, and I don't want that to happen. So let's dry it a little bit. All right, and let's do our garden green. And now I really am just gonna kind of brush it on. And the detail of the lines are just gonna show and kind of pop out. And then we'll go back here in a minute and add a little more dark to some of the areas. This paper is really interesting. All the patterns are very different, a lot of different colors. There's some black and white in there too. If you haven't looked at this paper, go look at it. It's an online exclusive, so you'll only see it online. The designer series paper. You'll see it in a sec when I put on the card base, but you can do different colors depending on which paper you use. Okay, so see how I just kind of laid that on there in no particular, you know, specific. I wasn't real like trying to stay in lines, but then I'm gonna go back with some more kind of intense color and lay it down on some of these leaves to add a little bit of dimension. Dark, it would be darker underneath, maybe darker over here like that. And you can even, where the stem is, you know, add some dark there. If you buy the water painters, you're going to actually get 3 different ones in the pack. One is very narrow. That's not this one, that's this one. Then you've got this more brush, like paintbrush one. And then you've got this one, which is great for backgrounds. All right, so just play with that until you feel like you've got it and you like it. You can keep adding water, and you can dab up the water. All right, I like it. I think it looks good. Maybe, oops, maybe take this a little bit. This feels a little too dark right here. Let's take some of this over here. Okay. All right, now we're gonna need to give that some time to dry. Yeah, that's really wet. I got that way wetter than it should be. So let's give it some help, and then we'll set it aside and do the rest. Your heat tool will help you dry. You know, when you dry watercolor with a heat tool, it does look different than if you let it just naturally dry. I mean, they both look fine. They look good. But the natural, when you let it dry, those puddles where you have a little puddle of water, it leaves like the edge of the puddle when it dries, and I really like the way that looks. You don't necessarily get that if you use your heat tool. I don't know. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Either way, it's fine. Sometimes you just gotta hurry up and use the heat tool. All right, I'm gonna see if I can turn it on. Now I'm at 4%. Why is this thing not charging faster? That seems really slow. All right, let's see if it'll open up for you guys. We're gonna do some more embossing. I have cut out, oh, I need to show you these dies. We're gonna use these dies. Did I get them? Oh, they're right here. These are the textured notes dies. Have you guys seen these? A bunch of different rectangles, and they all have these different little textures on them. We're gonna use this one on the next project, but for this one, it's kind of hard to see because it's black. I used this one right here. Yeah, it won't even stay on. Come on, man. The little small one, it has like little stitching lines on it. They don't all have straight stitching lines. Some have like little hash lines. Some have a dot and a dash. I don't know, they're really cool. Gotta check them out. Okay, so let's heat emboss these. We're gonna do World's Greatest Plant Mom. Did I use my embossing buddy? I can't remember. I'm so distracted by the dumb iPad that will not turn on. Okay, let's start at the top. World's Greatest. And sometimes when you use Versamark, you can't see what you're doing. And if you're gonna do several stamps, this is what I like to do. Stamp the first one. World's Greatest Plant. And then put I just set that down on my wet watercoloring. There we go. And then we'll do Mom right there. Now, even though we use the embossing buddy, sometimes we have those little crummies that like to hang on. All right, now we have You're the Best, and I don't have that stamp here, so I'm wondering if I have it on the other tray. Let me see. I might have put it in the wrong place, or I might have used it yesterday. Yep, here it is. Okay. You're the Best. Like that. Versamark and Memento ink have been out of stock for, I mean, it feels like months. And I just checked this morning and they're back in stock. So if you've been waiting to order Versamark or Memento ink, I just saw them back in stock this morning. Some of you had added it to your class and are waiting for me to send it to you. So just know that I just ordered it for all of us. Okay. Don't forget free shipping. I'm going to remind you guys several times. Today is the last day of free shipping. You guys need to check out the last chance list. Lots of things have sold out, as per usual, but there's a lot of stuff still on there and some really cheap things. So make sure you click at the top, specials, and then under there it'll say last chance list, and just spend some time kind of digging in there. There's a lot of things in there that have been marked down. The Paper Pumpkin sale that started on Wednesday, I looked at it this morning, there was only one thing left. I don't know how much it started with, but there was only one thing left in that sale that was on sale. So it must have been a good sale because it all sold out. Okay, this is our card base, and it is a regular card base that I cut down to 4 inches. All right. And we're gonna put on, here's that beautiful DSP, the Mixed Florals Designer Series paper. And, okay, we're at 5%. Okay, let me just stop and do this because it keeps shutting off because I put it on. Oh, it says it's not charging. Why would it not be charging? I need a technical assistant. Is there someone who can come be my tech assistant? You guys have been saying a lot. Oh, good, Susan. You've been waiting for Versamark. Okay, it's back. Patricia, the arches are coming back, but I think they're not coming back until May, middle of May. Gail, there were only 5 items on the Paper Pumpkin sale, unless they sold out in the wee hours. They might have. They might have. I don't know how many things were there. I don't know. But there was only one thing today when I checked. I mean, I think there were a lot of things there, but maybe they just didn't have that many. That's weird. All right, so I put that on a Poppy Parade arch, just the larger size. And then we're gonna take our favorite gingham ribbon, and I'm not gonna tie a bow. I'm gonna resist and just do a knot. Okay, just a knot. I didn't want it to be overpowering and overpower our beautiful watercolor poppies there. Cut those at an angle. You guys, I found my ribbon. Look at that. Did I set that down on my, I gotta be careful. I must have set that down on that block that had the green ink, because now it's all over me. I found my ribbon scissors. I've been complaining for a long time that since I moved in this house, I couldn't find my ribbon scissors. I found them. They were in a cute little bag sitting on the bottom of my shelf, and I don't know why they were there, but I found them. Now I need to clean them up so that I can use them again. Okay, here's an important tip on this. If you glue this down, you're like, oh, you glue it down, then you realize it's too big and it won't fit in the envelope. So get your envelope, set the card base there, and then put your dimensionals on. Okay, and then line this up with the top of your envelope. That way you know where to put it, okay? Because you probably want to put it in an envelope, right? You got to make sure that it's the right size. Just a little tip for you there. All right, so we've got that. I feel like that needs to be cut down because it's covering up our tulip. Why don't you come down here like this and you go up there like that? Okay, or like that, that'll be good. Now, some more dimensionals. How come I keep grabbing a new, every time I grab the dimensionals, it's like a new pack of dimensionals, a new sheet. All right. I put it here last time, but I don't like that. I think we're going to put it up here like that so we don't cover up the flowers. No, I think it does need to come up here like that. You are the best. All right, and then we're going to put World's Greatest Plant Mom on the inside. Like that. I love that. I think that's hilarious. World's Greatest Plant Mom. All right, and then we're going to use our tiny bees. I love the tiny bees. They're on back order right now, but I love them. They were included in my class. I just did my Thankful Garden Alzheimer's fundraiser class, you guys, mailed out this morning. If you ordered the class, hopefully you got the email. You guys, I'm looking for my Take Your Pick tool. Did I use it? I don't see it. It's probably here somewhere. Let me grab my other one. This class raised $1,300. Is that what I said? Am I remembering correctly? A lot. So thank you so much to everybody who bought that class. That's a lot of money. And I donated the majority of it on the 17th when they were doing the triple match. And then the rest of it I turned in this morning. So very exciting. Thank you everybody who did that class. That's a huge donation. All right, there we go. What do you guys think? That's a fun card, right? The little arch. My downline Deborah did a card like that, and I have saved it on my camera reel because I wanted to do one, and I love it. You can do any, you could do any card like this, any stamp sets. But I like this one. I'm glad I finally really got to use those mixed florals. Sweet. Okay, there we go. Second card. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Gail, water painters are coming back reconfigured, I believe. They're not available right now, but they're coming back reconfigured. I feel like that's the information on that. I'm very informative, aren't I? But I know they're not gone for good. I know that. I think that they were just not reconfigured. They were having to get them from a new supplier. There was something. They were going to be gone for a while. I wish I could remember. That's how my brain works these days. All right, one last thing. I think this may be my favorite project of all, and it's the simplest. We're going to make a gift card holder, and we're not going to use any other stamps. We're going to use that ephemera pack. Now remember, if you put in an order by Monday at midnight, not only do you get the make and take pack, but I'm going to send you a brand new Something for Everything ephemera pack. Am I saying ephemera right? I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. Another use for these envelopes. You guys, if you're looking for these, I have an Amazon page under, I have a tab at the top of my blog. I think it says shopping. If you click that, there's a link there that says my Amazon favorites, and these are on there. They're so good. I love them. But we're going to use that. Here is the project, and I used the little dog, but there's only 2 dogs in one package. So I think this time, to be fair to all of our cat friends, let's do World's Greatest Cat Mom. All right, let me see. Here she is, right here. Isn't she cute? My girls want a cat so bad, but my youngest is very allergic. So there goes that. My oldest is going to get one when she goes to graduate school, she says. Okay. I'm no longer the boss of you. Do what you want. Okay, let me show you how this gift card works. Gift card holder. It opens up like this, and there's a little pocket in there for your gift card to slide into like that, okay? Now, really, it's very, very easy, okay? And I've already done the scoring. Let me tell you what the score measurements are. They're on our PDF today. This is just a card base, 4 1/4 by 11, and you're going to score it at 3, 5 1/2, and 8. Okay, so in the middle, you're going to fold it like backwards, and then you're going to fold these forward. So basically, you're making like a W. And I'm going to use liquid glue. You know, I hear some of you hate liquid glue. A lot of my friends hate liquid glue. But, I don't hate it. It is messy, and I make a mess with it. But down here in the humid South, it works really well. All right, so I'm going to squish that together like that. Okay, so here is where we've made a pocket. And to hold it together, my trusty clothespins are going to do that for us while we do all of our other things. Okay, so can you guys see how we've made this into a little card? Okay, and we're going to cut a little window right there. All right, we're going to use, this is the Cute as Can Be Designer Series paper. Any chance I get to use this. It's not gingham. I guess it's a plaid, the grid. I don't know. It's so cute. We're going to use that. We're going to use another one of those textured note rectangles that I showed you in the last project. And then we're going to use these. These are called the, I knew I was going to forget, Around It All. I almost called them Around the Way. Around It All. That's what they're called. Around the Way. I think that's a song. I make a mess with that glue too. And I am cursing the whole time, but it works. Karen, you know, it's humid where you are. It's good. In the humid, it works. In the humidity, things aren't going to pop open. All right, so this is Berry Burst. And it is, let's count from the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, number 7. And then the white is the number 6. This one right here. 6 from the inside. 6th smallest. All right. So this time we're going to use World's Greatest. Did I use that already? I believe I did. World's Greatest Plant Mom. Isn't that where we used it? Let me get it out of there. I should have left it. Sorry. World's Greatest. Okay, World's Greatest. And we're not going to use dog. We need to switch it out to cat. Okay, so let me get cat and change dog. How many of you have cats? How many of you have cats and dogs? I think it's hilarious, cats and dogs living together. It's pretty funny. I love those videos, and I really would like to bring a cat into our house, but my husband says no, absolutely no. Petunia Pop Ink, by the way. And again, I have a child who's very allergic. And you know, she's the one that really, really wants a cat. She tried to have the allergist convince me that she could have a cat. And you know, he kind of got on board with it. And I was like, hey, buddy, you just told me that she was like a number 5 on the rating. She was like a 5 out of 5 allergic to cats. World's greatest cat. Not mom, mama. I love that, mama. That's what my girls call me. So gotta use that. Okay, world's greatest cat mama. He said, the allergist said, you can build up an immunity to your own cat. Okay, well you could, or maybe you couldn't. What if we get a cat and we get attached to it and my daughter goes into anaphylactic shock or something? Her throat closes up. Then what are we gonna do? Double trauma, having to get rid of the cat. No, thank you. I had a cat when I was growing up with a dog. Okay, very cute. World's greatest cat mom. Okay, let's see. Oh, over here on this little thing, there's this cute little cat and dog image, as well as a little paw print in this She's the Greatest stamp set. I keep wanting to say world's greatest. Petunia Pop stamped off. And then we'll do the little, oh no, I almost did the dog. We need to do the cat. We got to switch that out too. Little kitty cat, where are you? Little kitty cat. Like that. Okay. All right, let's close this. Oh no, we still need this. And we need the little, I think we'll do the cat, not the paw print. Is that a cat paw print too? That kind of feels like a dog paw print to me. I'm not sure that's a cat paw print. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you love cats, yes. I know, they're so funny. My favorite thing to watch is cat videos. They're so funny. But you know, when you get a cat, you don't know. Is the cat gonna be nice? Is that cat gonna be mean? Is that cat gonna, you know, like you just don't know. I feel like you can't really train cats like you can train a dog. Not that I am very good at training dogs, obviously, as my dog destroys my carpet. But I feel like a dog is a little more trainable than a cat. Okay, so here is our pocket that we made. The fold is right here. I'm gonna take this rectangle die and I'm gonna tape it on there. It's gonna cut out about half of that. That's gonna make our little pocket entry to put our gift card in. Okay. Now carefully, Post-it tape's been really extra sticky lately. There we go. Let's get the gift card and let me show you. Wouldn't it be funny if I glued the whole pocket together? There we go. Okay, fits right in there. But before we do that, let's stamp the little cat all over. The front side, and you could do the back side too. It's a cute little stamp. It's little. I don't know on the paw print, you guys. Should the paw print be used for a cat too, for a cat card? It feels like it's a dog paw print. I don't know, I can't decide. But I think I like the paw print stamped on here better. I don't know. Okay, let's put our cute paper there. One of yours is a grouch. She growls every time you walk by her, see? But then come sit on your lap and see, what is that about? That's so weird to me. And that's what I'm afraid. I'm gonna get a cat that's like you're scared of, you know, like, oh, is she gonna swat me every time I walk by? They're like, you're on their time. You're on their agenda. Like, I don't know. But then I see some that are just so sweet and cute, and kind. You just never know what you're gonna get. All right, so there we go. Let's put this on the inside of our cat mom card. This is a grocery store gift card, but it's so cute. You could give this to if someone gets a new cat or a new dog. They could go, you know, give them a little gift card so they could go buy some toys or some, I don't know, cat litter or whatever. Whatever. All right. And then where's our circle? World's Greatest Cat Mom. Didn't have to stamp or color that. You just punch that right out of that ephemera pack. It's the easy button. Put that right there. Then, I don't know if I have enough ribbon. Oh no, I don't think I have enough. I ordered more and it hasn't come yet. Okay, hold on, wait. I have a scrap ribbon. Oh yes, I've got some. Oh look, I already have a bow. I have a little scrap ribbon bucket in my drawer where I just, when I find ribbon on the floor, like it's fallen off something, I don't know what it's fallen off of, I just throw it in there. Or, you know, if you have like a little piece of ribbon left over, that's where I put it in. And luckily this one fell off of something at some point. All right, we're gonna put that right there. And there it is, so cute. Let's look at it. World's Greatest Dog Mom, World's Greatest Cat Mom. That's an easy gift card. You guys, teacher appreciation is coming up. This is an easy gift card holder to make, I'm telling you. The easiest. If you don't have those rectangle dies to make that slit, you could always use an X-Acto knife. We used to have the word window punch. Do you guys remember? We used to do this with a word window punch. So any kind of long, skinny die or punch that you could, and you might even need to overlap it and do it twice to get the gift card to fit in. But you can use pretty much anything that's long and skinny like that. Okay, so yesterday I shared a bonus card on Instagram. Oh no, on my blog too. You are the best human. I think that's so funny. This little bird is a sneak peek. It's going to be in the new annual catalog, and I love it. It'll be a Facebook Friday project for sure. Super cute. So go back one post if you're looking for that idea. And then on Monday, I did a Happy Mother's Day card. This is that texture. I don't know if you guys can see that texture stamp set. It came out just at the last online exclusive release. I'll have it linked on Monday, but it's a basket, and I did it in pink, and it's really pretty. Actually, I did in Versamark on the pink. And then more from the ephemera pack. I'm really starting to dig those ephemera packs. Easy, easy, easy. So that'll be Monday's card. Okay, that is it for me today. Let's look what we made. This is what your kit will look like if you put in an order between now and Monday at midnight. You'll get the projects and the ephemera kit. Okay, you'll get all of that. $50 or more is your order. If you want free shipping, it has to be by tonight. Okay, so make sure you get that in tonight. And free shipping is over $75. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me today, for being patient with my technology issues. I guess it's really more my technology problems on my end because I can't see what you guys are saying. Elements of texture, that's it, Gail. Yes, I think, right? Or is that the one I used earlier? I don't know. I can't remember names. Elements of text. No, see? This one is elements of text. Textured notes. Susie, is that it? Textured notes? But isn't that what those dies are called? Do those dies go with that? I think you might be right. I don't know. I'll have it linked on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Get some rest. Oh, next week there will be no Facebook Friday. I am going to Waco. My daughter has her senior fine art show, her final art show at Baylor. So I will be gone next week. So there'll be no Facebook Friday next week. Okay. But then we'll be back the following week with a new catalog. Yay. All right. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay. Thanks everybody. Bye.